Hey YouTube, this is Brian, Cody Bear Ranch. Hey, want to talk about this drought we're going through here in Texas. Uh, I'm sure by now everybody's seen the 3-mile long cattle lines. Everybody's selling at the market due to lack of rain and stuff. It's dry. I mean, it's dry everywhere. Hay is not being produced right now. Grass is not growing. Local Tractor Supply, $15 a bale now. That's just 2-string hay. 14 flakes basically. I got word there's a guy going towards Conroe area, Texas. He's got it for $11 a bale. Coastal hay. As soon as I leave here, I'm heading that way to go see how much he's got available and see the quality of it, see where it's from, of course. But I think things are going to get a lot worse here, guys. You've got all these ranchers, whether it be cattle, sheep, goats, they're liquidating their herds. Their land's depleted. Their livestock has grazed all the way down to dirt, basically. Instead of taking losses and livestock going hungry, of course they're going to take them to the markets. And you can't fault them there. You've got so many people that are just rushing these animals to the markets and hopefully breaking even, if not taking a loss. That being said, what I want to touch on is my local, the market report I watch out of San Angelo, Texas. This past Tuesday, there was over 12,000 head of goat turned in. This time of year, there might be 2,000 head turned in. Hill country, it's dry. I mean, it's very dry. That over 2,000 head turned, or 12,000 head turned in on Tuesday alone. This report came out on Wednesday. Skinny, the guys there are just talking about how skinny these animals are. Don't have a lot of pounds packed on them. That being said, what I want to really touch base on here is I think in the near future we're going to see our beef prices and everything come down. It's outrageous what the prices are right now. Everybody knows that. I ain't going to get into that. But I believe within the next 4 to 5 months we're going to see our prices drop down dramatically. But like everything, it's going to skyrocket afterwards. It might be, close to the end of 2023, 2024. The price of beef is just going to be astronomical. It's just going to be so expensive, most people are not going to be able to afford it. And tinfoil hat theory, that's what the powers that be, that's what they're wanting right now. They want that. They want you to eat the crickets. They want you to eat the lab-grown meat and all that. But what I being told is you've got cattle that are being turned into the market And not all these cattle are going straight to the feedlots. You know, some of them, there are other ranchers in other states are buying them up, uh, you know, taking them back to their places and growing them out. What I'm told, at least 75% is going to the feedlots, you know, to be processed. And what I'm also told are these are cattle, these are goats, these are sheep that are only a few years in age. You know, they're not old. You know, this is livestock that should be reproducing in the next 2 years, at least 1, 2 goats, you know, up to 4 offspring. But yet they're being turned in to the markets. So not only are we losing our cattle to the markets early, we're also losing all that offspring that you know would be coming along. And for that reason is why I think the end of 2023, 2024, I mean, a steak's just going to be, you might as well be eating lobster at that point. Well, right now it's probably about the same price, but you get what I mean. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to double down. And a lot of people I talk to are trying to do the same thing. Is we're taking a 50-50 chance here. I'm trying to buy right now. You know, you look at it like the stock market. What do they say? Blood on the streets, you buy. You know, when the market is fearful, you buy. And the same thing applies with livestock here, in my opinion. You know, some people will tell you differently. My opinion, it's the same thing. You know, right now I'm a small scale. Everybody knows this. If you follow the channel, you know I ain't got but 12 head. You know, but within the next year, 2 years, especially when I get my infrastructure built at the ranch, you know, I hope to have over 100 nannies, you know, female goats to produce offspring for me every year. And I'm looking at cash in possibly 150 to 200 goats every year to the local market there. So what I'm doing is I'm on the phone. I'm trying to see what these goats are going for. You know, you can go to Craigslist, all that, and people are still wanting top dollar. You know, I went on there and I found a couple of boar goats that people are $350, $400 per head. And, you know, it's like, I understand times are tough, but if you can't feed your animals, you know, liquidate them. You know, try to get above market value, of course. Everybody, you know, goes for that. But don't just be astronomical price here that you know, it's like most people are going to pass on it because you've got this nanny for $300, $350. Well, your neighbor 5 miles down the road, you know, got it at $150, $200. You know, and that's a comfortable price for me for a year-old nanny. And you know, I've seen them as low as $100. But what I think is here in the next, I mean, August, it ain't even August yet, guys. Once August comes and goes, I think by October is you're really going to see the push to the sale barns. A lot of people are just going to be dumping, just you know, because you're going to have the guys, you're going to have the people right now that are holding out, that are trying to buy hay. You know, a round bale of hay right now is going for over $100 a bale. You know, like I said, everybody, you know, the square bales are just outrageous priced. And the good Lord's not making any more right now. We ain't got no rain. I mean, my house here, I haven't seen rain in probably 2.5 months. And, you know, we get a little afternoon sprinkle, you know, that don't even do nothing. But, and like I said, we're not even in August yet. So what I fear is these guys that are holding out right now are going to have to take their livestock come mid-August to October, because I don't see it turning around. You know, El Nino, whatever you call it. You know, the Earth goes through these stages. You know, 1,000-year solstice, whatever. You know, you got people put their 2 cents in on everything. All I know is it's hot, it's dry. There's no forage being grown. You know, there's the nitrogen that these ranchers put on their hay to make it grow. You know, it went from $300 a ton. And don't quote me on this. I know the prices are about where they need to be. It's about $300 a ton to $900, give or take some change. So you got a lot of ranchers that decided not to use the nitrogen and stuff like that on their hay fields. And I mean, there's no water to be had either. So I talked to a few guys that they said, yeah, we cut 20,000 bells. You know, I forget how many acres he said he had out of coastal. He said, I think it was around Winnie, Texas or so. He has over 500 acres. And, you know, he's at less than half of that capacity right now of hay. And of course, he don't have near that much left because people are just buying it up. Because what's going to happen? We don't get no rain until wintertime. And this livestock has to have that hay for forage. It's just it's crazy what we're coming to. And that being said, like I said, I'm trying to buy hay every chance I get. You know, with help from you guys. You know, I don't come out. I don't ask for donations or anything like that. I'm fully capable of supporting my animals on my own, God willing. I sell, you know, soaps. You know, my wife sells goat milk soaps and stuff. It's all handmade. We you know, our eggs from our chickens, we sell those. We sell just to offset the costs, you know, feed costs, hay costs, stuff like that. It all helps. And, you know, I think each and every one of you that's ordered from us on these things made some salsa. You know, the garden, you know, everybody's seen the garden. We you know, pretty much if you put 2 and 2 together, everything in that garden was stuff we needed to start making salsa with. So we started making that yesterday. With just abundance of tomatoes and peppers and, you know, all that good stuff. So we started making some salsa, getting it canned up. You know, going to start putting that for sale. You know, see if anybody would like some homemade salsa, which is very good, by the way. And all that money goes to feed, to buying more animals, to buying more hay. I mean, most people, everybody that watches, sees, knows that I got a back part of the area where the animals are in now that I haven't even opened up yet. It's lush and green. I'm looking to add at least 5 more does right now, and go ahead and open that back area up. Because here's the thing, you know, the powers that be, once they got full control, and which they already do, everybody's going to be eating this lab-grown meat. You know, I hate to say it, everybody's going to be eating crickets and You know, you got all these places, you know, you can go look at other people's YouTubes on all that, but I've always been an entrepreneur type. I've had 6 businesses. I can't say they all failed because I've made money at all of them, but none of them were right for me. None of them is what I truly wanted to do, you know. And here at Cody Bear Ranch, it's my 7th adventure here. Who knows what happens in the future? You know, it could be, you know. I mean, I'm always going to have my ranch. Don't get me wrong, you know, but I want to be able to feed people that refuse to eat crickets and lab-grown meat. You know, I want to start with goats, the commercial boar goats, and eventually buy more land to start up a cattle operation. Goats are more profitable than cattle, just because they produce more offspring in a shorter time period. So that's my goals. You know, I want to start off with the commercial meat goat, and then I'm going to acquire more land if it's available at a reasonable price, which I know every day that ticks away it's getting higher. But and start up some cattle operation, because I want to be able to feed the people that do not want to eat that stuff. And I was talking to my wife a year ago, 2 years ago, and you know, I'm thinking, okay, you know, what is it that I need to invent something or make something that every household has? You know, for, you know, the fidget spinner. You remember that thing that came out? You know, it's like everybody had to have it. You know, so many things in this world was just, you know, rush to get it and then it's over with, you know. And the guy who made that, of course, probably sitting on his private island right now. But I always thought to myself, what is the one thing that every household needs, every household wants? And then one day it snapped. Food. Plain and simple, food. You know, whether it be vegetables or meat. Every household needs it. Every household wants it. So that's why, you know, I started this whole YouTube channel and started the whole goat operation and stuff like that, because there's going to come a day that either people are going to be priced out of the markets, and they can't afford their steaks, they can't afford their ground beef, because you got grass-raised beef right here, and then right next to it you're going to have the lab-grown beef, and there's going to be a tremendous difference in price. So that people that are on a budget, they're going to look at that lab-grown meat and they're going to be like, okay, let's give it a shot. You know, let's try it. They're going to try it. I don't know how it tastes. I hope to never be in that situation. I never want to try it. Same thing with the fake chicken, you know. I want to be able to keep supplying America with food. You know, whether it be on my small scale I have now, or hopefully in the future a larger scale. You know, I want to be able to offer people come to my ranch and buy directly off the ranch also. You know, not just take everything to the market, sell it there. You know, I think in the long run, I think that's how things should be. I don't know, it just thoughts that I've had, you know. It's just seeing the way the governments are going, seeing the way they're pushing all this, and Bill Gates being the largest farm owner, you know. Bill Gates, he created a computer system, but he also created the virus for it. So what is he going to do with the meat? You know, what is he going to do with this farmland? You know, tinfoil hat theories, I know. Anyways, guys, that's my 2 cents. I basically wanted to talk about the droughts and how dry everything was. And, if you can hold out, guys, I'm not saying take out a mortgage. I'm not saying get a loan against your land, stuff like that, because, at the end of the day, that's the easy thing to do. If you can sustain and hold out, times will get better. I do believe. And what you're going to sell a cow for $1,000 today, in 2 years, that same cow is going to be worth $2,000. In my opinion, numbers not correct, on the money there, of course, but you get what I mean. Alright, YouTube, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, all that good stuff. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.